Hi everyone, welcome to your practice today. I've been working with many of you in the hospital and I've really learned a lot from some very inspirational people about what they need and what helps them, especially if they've had to be in the hospital for more than a week, which I know many of you, based on the type of treatment you might be receiving, are in there for quite a while, sometimes up to 3 weeks or even longer. So I thought it might be nice today to talk about how we could graduate from when you're a fall risk into building strength. And I know that so many of you are weak. And what we can do, there's so much we can do to build our own strength, to boost our immune systems, and improve our balance before you even leave the hospital. And in fact, it may even help you leave the hospital sooner. So I'd like to go over a few of those with you today. So we're just starting in a basic seated position in the bed. So before you ever go to get up out of your hospital bed, make sure that it is all the way square and flat, taking care of where your IV is, making sure that you're not pinching that in any way. But let's make sure that the bed is nice and flat, giving you the best chance of success in getting up. Then you can slowly start to move a leg at a time over to the edge of your bed. And take your time. You don't have to be in a rush to practice these postures or even to get to the bathroom. So the other thing, before we get ready to stand up, I'd just like to share with you, let's move our IV pump out of the way. You might not be able to see all of these right now, but I'll show them each individually. Some of the things I've learned from some of the people I work with are how important it is to do little things for yourself while you're in the hospital to help yourself feel comfortable. So, for example, I have my own blanket, something super soft, my own pajamas. You need to make sure that your pajamas open, that your nurses can get in to help you, bathe you, do different things like that, making sure that something's comfortable for your IV. And then another thing I learned from this amazing woman, I went into her room one day and she had no hair and had this amazing glow to her. And she had, I was very taken back and I said, "You look absolutely glowing." And I knew what treatments she'd been receiving. So on one hand, I thought I couldn't believe that she was glowing as much as she was. I said, "What are you doing in your room? What are you doing here?" Part of it was she was doing yoga of her own. She practiced yoga for a very long time, and she did a lot of yoga in her bed to help build strength. But then she also said something very interesting. She said that she always tries to look her best, even though she may not feel like it, because she said she fakes it until she makes it. And we've all heard that cliche term a million times. So some of the things that she had a lipstick. She had this bright reddish pink lipstick on. It was amazing on her. She had painted her eyebrows on because she had lost all of her eyebrows and her eyelashes during treatment. She had some different oils to help energize herself. I happen to have this peppermint one with me, where she said that she would just take a little bit of a whiff of it. She wouldn't even put it on her skin because obviously your skin could be very sensitive depending upon your treatment or radiation or something. She would just smell it just to energize herself, and she'd think of something. And then the other thing is even making sure her hands and her skin were soft. How many of you during treatment get dry skin from using all the antibacterial washes, everything that you have to use, just using a simple lotion on your hands? And then the last item, breath spray, that also doubles as something that moistens the inside of the mouth if you're having trouble swallowing, if you have mucositis or any oral sores of any kind. This particular spray, which I really liked, it's Closis. I actually found this at the Oncology Nursing Society meeting I was just at. It doubles as a breath spray. So just a few simple things, always fresh water, maybe a card from someone that you love, but don't underestimate how much those simple things can do for you to boost your spirit and maybe even energize you to work on your practice so that you might be less of a fall risk. So now to the practice. So from here, make sure that you're on the flattest part of your bed. I'll move my sheet and my blanket out of the way. And I'll even move, actually I'll keep my IV pump out just a little further. You want it away from your feet, okay? So the most important thing that you can do is feel your feet. Ground your feet. You can even have someone in your family or a friend buy you some socks that have little grips on the bottom. The hospital have them, but if you don't wear the hospital socks, you can buy socks that have a grip. Feel the heels, feel the toes, feel the bottoms of your feet if you can. Sit up nice and tall. The back needs a break from that bed, so maybe even just moving the shoulders forward and back and forward and back, and maybe even rounding the spine a little bit more, and maybe arching the back just a little bit more, lifting the chin this time, rounding the back and arching the back, just to get things moving, okay? From here, relaxing the arms down, take the hands on the thighs. As you start to get out of your bed, feel your heels. Press into the heels, press your hands into your thighs as you stand all the way up, nice and slow. From here, you have your IV pump. Now, I would not recommend, and all of your nurses, I'm sure, would tell you not to rely on the pump to catch you from a fall. It's strong, but not that strong. However, it's an excellent prop that you can use with just even one finger or two fingers can make all the difference in the world when you're building your balance and your strength. So from here, let's put all the weight onto the left foot. The arm can be straight by the side, or sometimes on the hip feels really nice. You can kind of open the shoulder and the chest a little too. Then let's just take the right heel and press it against the left ankle. This might be all the balance that you need. You might even let go of the IV pump or the IV stand, or have two fingers on there, whatever you need. Let's move the right knee forward. Let's lift it up slightly and flex the foot. And again, this might be all you need to build balance. Maybe even try letting go of the IV stand. And extend the leg long in front. Flex the foot. Really push through your heel. See if you can feel the top of your thigh. Flex those muscles that build strength. Bend the knee again and put the foot all the way down. Feel the heel, feel the toes. Shift the weight onto that foot. Kickstand, or bring that left heel against the left ankle, the left heel against the right ankle. Same thing, hand can go on the hip. Maybe let go of the stand from the IV. Maybe even lift those toes up off the floor. See what that feels like. And remember, each side of your body is different. One might balance better than the other. That's normal and that's okay, and it changes, I promise, every day. You can bring the knee forward. Maybe lift the knee up. Let's let go of the stand just for a moment if you feel comfortable and safe. Maybe extend the left leg straight out, flexing those muscles again at the top part of the thigh. Bending the knee and taking it down. Something that simple, working the balance. Now, let's take the arms by the side. Let's inhale and raise the shoulders all the way up. Exhale, take them back and down. Let's inhale, lifting them up again. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up again. Exhale, back and down. Let's take the left ear to the left shoulder. Lower the chin slightly. Lift the chin back up. Up again, center, over to the other side. And you may be able to notice, even looking at the video, that my left side is tighter than my right side today. Lower the left chin or the total chin down. Lift the chin back up and take the head neutral. All right, let's add to some strengthening. So we're going to use the arms and we're going to use the legs. So I'm going to turn to the side just to show you a demonstration, and then I'm going to turn back again. So you can keep your hands just here together like this. You don't want to bend them too far because that's really going to hurt with your IV. Just can kind of keep your hands just straight like this, or you can even keep your hands by your sides. So we're going to take the fanny back, and you're going to just tilt the pelvis forward. I don't know how much you can see that through my snazzy pajamas, but you're going to tilt the hips slightly forward. You're going to keep the chest lifted, the chin lifted, and then you're just going to stand straight back up again. But what we're going to do, I'm going to turn and face the bed from the back because it's important that you have something to come back onto if you feel like you're going to lose your balance. It's very important, especially for those of you that are at a fall risk. So let's come back up into standing. Let's take the hands, and actually let's not even do this with the hands because I actually think that pinches a little bit with the IV. Let's just keep the hands by the side or the hands out right in front of you. And let's just pretend that we're about to sit on the bed, but we don't really sit on the bed. Feel your heels, wiggle your toes, stand all the way up tall. Inhale, shift the fanny back, lift the chin, lift the heart, tilt the hips forward, and stand all the way up. Let's just do one more. And shift the fanny back, lifting the heart, lifting the chin, maybe even smiling, even if you're there by yourself, and standing all the way upright. How'd that feel? You could feel it in your legs and probably through your hips. That is one of the most important things that you can do as you're learning, and I'm just going to show you again. As you build strength, getting up and down, out of bed, feeling the feet, feeling the thighs, pressing into the heels as you stand up. This practice will help you get in and out of bed, will also help you get on and off the toilet. That's also another really important thing, is that as you're using any of the toilet or chair, that you practice the same thing. Always feel your feet first. Always press into the thighs and come up, or you have another option. If you haven't quite built the strength in the top parts of your thighs or the backs of your legs yet to stand on your own, press into the bed to help yourself. Press into the chair to help yourself. Whatever you need to do there. All right, just a couple more postures. So take the hands at a hip, and you can see how flush my hand is so that I'm not crinkling so that the IV stays straight. You're just going to step forward. Again, you can take one hand to use the stand. Take the right leg straight back, and all you're doing is just standing almost at a straight-legged lunge. So my toes are what is on the floor. You can bend the front knee slightly because you want your knee to be directly over your ankle. And then just straighten both legs. Bend the front knee just slightly. When you bend the front knee, the back heel presses down. So let me turn to the side just so you can see just a little easier. See, my back leg is straight and my front leg is straight to start. As I bend my front knee, the back heel goes down. See how that stretches the calf? Then I straighten both legs, and then I press through that back heel again. You can even add an arm, inhaling, reaching, which will stretch this whole side of your rib and your body and the front of your belly. Bend the front knee, arm comes down. And let's reach the arm up, really, really reach. And bend the front knee, back heel is down. Now let's do the other side. So I'm just going to turn, and you can see that I'm maneuvering. I really don't even need to move my IV too much. I can actually just keep that hand here, still use my IV stand, take the back leg, and it's straight along with the front leg being straight. Chin is lifted. It's important to learn to keep the chin and the eyes up as we build balance and strength so that you're not constantly looking down. You're lifting the head, lifting the chin. Bend the front knee, take the back heel down. Notice how I do that at the same time. So straightening both legs. Left heel goes down, bend the front knee. Now let's add the arm, reaching up. Notice how it's easily accessible with my IV in. And inhaling, reaching up as far as you can, bending the front knee, and inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, bending one more time, and inhaling, lifting, and last time. And I'll come back around. So notice how I'm using my stand to really help me navigate my space in building strength. All right? So from here, let's just do a couple of postures where we reach up as far as you can, reach up. If it's comfortable, take a hold of the left wrist with your right hand. Reach up as far as you can, and just a little stretch over to the right. And back up, both arms, switch the grip, reach up, over toward the other side. And smile because you're moving, you're stretching, right? And arms both up, inhaling, exhale, cactus arms, really pull those shoulder blades close to each other. Inhale, reach up again, look up at your hands, and exhale, cactus arms. One more time. Inhaling, reaching up, and exhaling, cactus arms. Taking the arms by the side, turn the palms forward, take your feet a little wider than your hips. Feel your feet again. I hope that every time you get ready to get up, you always have me in the back of your head reminding you to feel your feet. Relax the shoulders, elongate your neck. Feel the strength and the power you just cultivated inside your own body. You did that on your own. Notice how you feel right now. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Maybe even so much that you can feel the backs of your arms engage. Spread the fingers wide. Now relax everything in the body. Now straighten the arms, really engage the muscles, spread the fingers, and relax the body. Now just standing here nice and normal and relaxed. Closing your eyes or keeping your eyes open. If you close your eyes, I'd like you to make sure that you have one or two fingers on your IV stand. Just noticing the strength, the power. You've boosted your immune system. You've built so much more strength. You've stretched your body. You've activated your circulatory system. You've moved lymph. You've taken control of what you can to help optimize your own healing inside and out. Think of something you're grateful for right in this moment. Maybe even set a goal for yourself. What kind of a goal or a milestone could you achieve today, tomorrow, next week? Really set it. Visualize yourself. Harness your power, your own power. And softly blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you have questions, please add them to the comment box or contact me via email. I'm happy to help.